Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. An overflowing crowd packed into the Manatee County Commission chambers today for what has become one very heated debate.
The Mosaic Company wants the green light to rezone land so it can expand its mining operation in eastern Manatee County. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from County Administration Building in Bradenton with more on what happened today. Rick?
Yeah, Haley and Scott, things wrapped up here about an hour ago without a decision. This is something that has a lot of folks all fired up. Phosphate mining took center stage at Thursday's Manatee County Commissioners meeting. The Mosaic Company wants to have 3,600 acres east of the Wingate mine in Mayaca City rezoned so they can expand their mining operations. Linda Enos lives near the Wingate mine. She tells us she has no problems with Mosaic's plans.
They're a wonderful neighbor. They're a company that to me stands out for their concern for the neighborhood that they are in.
One person who does have a problem with the expansion and is opposed to this is Northport resident Sharon Phillips. Although she doesn't live anywhere near the mine, she has environmental concerns mainly with her well water.
They have a right to be a business and to make money, but there are alternatives than to destroying the earth and crossing your fingers as to whether an accident, oops, may happen.
Officials from Mosaic say they are extremely environmentally conscious with plans for the wetlands that will be more beneficial to the area.
They have been looking at this, meeting with neighbors, meeting with the public, meeting with the regulatory agencies for many years on this project, and they already have their approval from the State Department of Environmental Protection.
Environmental issues are a big concern for this project because back in September, radioactive wastewater vanished into a sinkhole at Mosaic's facility in Polk County. Mosaic insists that spill did not affect drinking water. For Tampa resident Dana Lazarus, she's been buying bottled water since the incident.
I want Mosaic to see that people are organizing, people are paying attention to what they're doing, and we're not going to go away. We care about Florida, we care about our homes, we care about our drinking water.
And they get to do it all over again Monday morning starting at 10 o'clock, where it's expected to be another very long day. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. New developments tonight involving our ports in Florida and their business deals with Cuba. After just a few weeks doing business with the country, a Florida port has canceled plans to sign a cooperation pact with Cuba. And as ABC 7's Bobeth Yates shows us tonight, the move comes after a tweet from Governor Rick Scott.
Governor Scott took a page out of Donald Trump's book and took to Twitter to voice his concerns with recent U.S. ports doing business with Cuba. In one of the tweets, Scott vowed to restrict funding to any port working with a communist country. And within 24 hours of the move, Port Everglades, one of the major ports in the state of Florida, canceled a pending agreement with Cuba. And while many are in support of Scott's decision, there are many who don't like it.
In my neighborhood, they call that bullying. He's nothing but a bully.
Alex Chavez, the former president of the Gulf Coast Latin Chamber of Commerce, says Governor Scott's tweet is an effort to enforce his will and does not look at the bigger picture.
I feel sorry for the ports. They're between a rock and a hard place, especially the ports in South Florida, because a lot of the Cubans in Miami don't agree with my position.
Chavez says many in the Cuban community are split on whether U.S. should continue to normalize relationships with the Cuban government. In fact, he says he only recently began to support the initiative.
I was raised with the old mentality, nothing with Cuba, but after 50 years I realized that wasn't working. So I am much more in favor of lifting the embargo so that we can start actually doing some business which is going to benefit not only the people in Cuba, but the people here, the business people here.
Today, Port Everglades issued a statement saying the National Port Administration of Cuba says no agreement is currently needed.
And now for a check on our forecast with some changes in store, let's head over to Bob.
Yes, we got a cold front on the way. It'll be here later on tonight, but a beautiful afternoon for most people. We had some clouds around earlier with a prefrontal trough and brought a few sprinkles, not a lot of rainfall, but sun is just about setting here in the next minute or so. And there's the clouds on the increase again as a result of this front now just to the north of us. Currently, it's still pretty warm out there, 72 degrees. The clouds moving in, dew point 68. This number will come down once the front moves through. Our winds have been out of the south-southwest at 10. Those winds will switch more northerly by sunrise tomorrow for the most part. The cold front itself still well back to the north and west of it. You can see it stretching right across North Florida, right there near Gainesville. It's pushing to the south, thin band of some light rain showers associated with it. Temperatures starting to fall behind it already in the 50s in Pensacola. It's 59 there, 61 in Tallahassee, 77 though in Orlando, and 77 in Key West and around town. Low 70s near the coast, mid to upper 70s inland. We'll talk about that front and another one on the way in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Bradenton Police former Deputy Chief Warren Merriman no longer holds a law enforcement certification. The Criminal Justice Standards and Training Commission unanimously voted to revoke his certification today in St. Augustine. The decision means Merriman cannot serve as a law enforcement officer anywhere in Florida. Merriman was convicted last year on one count of petty theft for submitting hours he did not work. He was sentenced to serve 3 months of probation, then fired by the department in January of 2015.
City of Venice is at a standstill since the state of Florida said it cannot ban smoking in public places. City leaders want to ban smoking in areas like parks and beaches. They say they're tired of smokers dropping used cigarette butts on the ground and littering. Despite the city ordinance banning the use of cigarettes in public places is not enforceable. In 2003, Florida Clean Air Act prohibits smoking indoors, but says the state regulation of smoking trumps any municipal or county ordinance.
I wish the council could find a way to keep it no smoking like it's been.
City will begin drafting a new ordinance in the coming weeks.
A bill to allow hard spirits like whiskey and rum to be sold alongside beer in Florida supermarkets is moving through the state legislature. This passed its first Senate committee. The Regulated Industries Committee backed the latest proposal to repeal the Depression-era law. It requires liquor stores and bars to be separated from other retail goods, commonly referred to as the liquor wall. The bill is intended to give shoppers more convenience.
This is a law that was around for 80 years ago with a purpose. That purpose has long gone. And it's not our job to stand in the way of 21st century innovation, the American entrepreneurial spirit.
Access to alcohol now is pretty available, even with laws, whether they're in bars or other places. So, I certainly have concerns. Not to say that there can't be some revisions, and I would support it later.
The measure could experience some revisions, as mentioned there, in the coming weeks. Several committee members suggested greater fines for those repeatedly found selling liquor to minors and the need to exclude small gas stations from obtaining a liquor license.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, one of the most popular courses in Sarasota, it will be getting a makeover. But how to pay for that improvement is still a big question.
And how the county tax collector's office plans to serve customers after hours.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman or the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
An unusual sight on Sarasota's Bobby Jones Golf Course late this afternoon.
More than a dozen area residents, mostly golfers, walking the course, giving a nationally known golf consultant feedback on how to improve this 90-year-old municipal course. ABC 7's Ray Collins is just back with that story tonight. Ray.
Haley and Scott, the city is paying a consultant $115,000 to write a master plan for the golf course. Some local golfers are telling Richard Mandel of Pinehurst, North Carolina, what they think should go into this report. But the big question is, once the report is prepared, how is the city going to pay for any improvements? Well, Mandel says, first things first.
But as far as money goes, we don't, shouldn't start, let's not throw our hands up and say we can't afford it until we know what we're actually doing and what the price tag is actually going to be.
Now, the course is maintained by the daily golf fees, but improvements would come from somewhere else. More on that at 11. And by the way, there are 2 more walking tours tomorrow if you have time, Haley.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Crews are breaking ground at the site of the new Mid-County Tax Collector's Office in Sarasota. The new building will create more efficient services for residents. The site will include a road course for driver's license testing and a new office that will allow customers to make their payments after hours. The design and construction of the new 10,000 square foot building is an effort between Sarasota County Tax Collector, Public Works, and construction groups.
Get the sweaters ready.
Gonna need them.
Colder weather coming. Bob will have all the details next.
Cancer does change people's lives. It is frightening. The treatment for fear is hope. And what works for you is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. It does take a whole team. This is a facility that really cares about the outcome of the patients. So our job at Sarasota Memorial Hospital is to meet the needs of that individual any way we need to meet them.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Get the new year off to a great start with safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Ideal
along. I am an originalist.
Kind of the transition day.
Yeah, and I don't mind, to be honest with you. We're going to have about a month and a half before we start to get back warm again.
Right.
And we
That's
really
it.
haven't had much of a winter, really.
No.
Typically, once we get through February, there's no real threat of any more freeze either here. So we've done so far for the citrus industry. That's not too bad,
good.
but not for us to enjoy a nice cool break
Right.
every once in a while. We'll get that this next 5 days. The official Suncoast forecast is going to call for some cooler weather coming our way. And get a look at this. This is sunrise, a red sky in the morning. Sailors take warning, and we had a few sprinkles. Not much of a warning as far as that goes. And this front is not going to prompt any warnings for us. We're going to see some light rainfall late tonight, tomorrow morning, but not a lot of accumulation anticipated. Sun has set, and we're looking at generally partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Now some clouds working their way in advance of the actual cold front, which is still to the north of us. Some cooler, some drier air will be around. You'll notice it tomorrow. Highs will only be in the upper 60s as opposed to the mid 70s. So not a real big chill out, but just a little bit cooler and a little bit drier too. It's already moving through the panhandle of Florida where temperatures down in the 50s. You can see the front. There's a little bit of rainfall associated with it. Cooler weather will be moving in. It's still to the north. And you can see some of this. This is not rain. Again, that's that military exercise going on in the Gulf of Mexico. And that is a little unusual and not nearly as impressive as the actual showers. You see these showers, those are more legitimate. Currently, now it's 72 degrees. We have some clouds right now. The dew point is at 68. That number really high. It makes it feel a little bit more muggy out there, and the humidity reflects that. And the winds are out of the south, southwest at 10. Those winds will switch around to the north and northwest beginning late tonight. 76 the high. I think we can pretty much say goodbye to the 70s for a while anyway. 71 is our normal high. Typically, this is the coldest time of the year. And 85, the record set in 1990. No rainfall to report. We could use a little bit. We're below average, nearly 3/4 of an inch. Temperatures 50s and 60s behind the front where it's drying out a bit. Still 80 though in Miami. 77 in Key West and Orlando at 77 degrees. Your upper 70s in Avon Park, Sebring, Lake Placid, Punta Gorda at 74. Northport, you're at 73. Venice, 72 degrees in Inglewood, 71. The same in Cortez, Bradenton at 73 and 70 now at Lakewood Ranch. The hourly forecast does call for highs in the upper 60s, so not terribly cold, but we will see cooler temperatures. And there will be some clouds, kind of residual clouds still hanging with the front. As the front becomes more parallel with our coast, as a result of the upper level winds, it'll fade away, but will bring some cooler air on in. You can see the upper level winds kind of almost parallel with that frontal system. It sinks slowly southward. What's going to happen? Another area of low pressure is going to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico and then swing this colder air our way beginning late Saturday and into Sunday. So temperatures will start to cool on Saturday, but also again on Sunday morning too. And as far as the overall picture goes around the U.S., a little bit of snow over the northeast. That system winding down now into New York and northern Ohio near Cleveland as well as into Buffalo. 36 into Buffalo right now. Ottawa at 33. 47 in Boston, though. Cooler, but not extreme, really, over the northern Rockies and northern Plains states. Rather mild for this time of year. 52 degrees in Dallas, Oklahoma City at 43, and Atlanta now at 52 degrees. Well, here's the forecast. Snow, as far as that goes, not much snow cover either. Covering most of the southeast, not much snow at all there. A lot of the snow is out west where it has been all winter long. For boaters, now winds out of the north tomorrow at 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop, and the water temperature has warmed to 70. Tide upcoming. High tide will be at 10:52. Sunrise at 7:18. Cold front late tonight. Increasing cloudiness and a slight chance for a shower. 60 for your low. Tomorrow cooler. Highs in the upper 60s and partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. The extended forecast calling for increasing clouds on Saturday. Chance for Saturday night showers. And Sunday 60% chance for some light rain. Not a lot of heavy thunderstorms around. And then 20% chance Monday morning. Cooler though. Look at that. 60s all the way through the next 6 days. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Students in Manatee County are using toys to improve their science and engineering techniques. The students at McNeil Elementary and Bashaw Elementary School are advancing to the regional first Lego League Championships. The competition will take place this weekend at Hillsborough Community College. Then the top teams will eventually advance to the World Festival in Houston in April. The students have worked hard to qualify for this opportunity.
We all came in not knowing how to program, so we watched videos and asked other people that already knew, and we didn't know anything about the robots, so we just tried to learn our best.
Students are encouraged to use their engineering design skills to build and program robots, research real-world problems, and then work together as a team to find solutions. We wish them the best of luck at the next competition. Well, this is Literacy Week in Florida and the perfect time to read to children, something we both were able to do this week.
And what fun it was. The Early Learning Coalition of Sarasota County inviting us to read a book to pre-kindergarten classes. I read to students at the Pines of Sarasota Preschool on Tuesday. Scott read the same book, I Don't Want to Be a Frog, to the children at Kingdom Academy Preschool in Sarasota. And Bob will be there tomorrow to read to the kids as well. Jacqueline Matter read also earlier in the week. We know a child's early experiences with books and language lay the foundation for success in learning to read. What a great time.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up on Suncoast Scene, we'll tell you where you can find something new, different, and exciting this weekend.
Tonight, after President Trump's exclusive interview with David Muir, the promises made on voter fraud, waterboarding, immigration, who'll pay for that wall? Can he keep them all? Tonight, this is Where America Turns. World News Tonight with David Muir.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Wouldn't it be great if you had a sofa covered in fabric that's kid-proof? Now you can! Introducing Kid-Proof by Row, now at Bacon's Furniture. For a limited time only, save 40% off Kids-Proof sofas at Bacon. Just look for the little green hand and select from hundreds of different fabrics that resist almost anything life throws at it. Some fabrics repel liquid, and all the amazing styles and comfortable fabrics are easy to clean. Kid-Proof sofas, now 40% off at Bacon's Furniture in Sarasota.
Florida Studio Theater presents the regional premiere of Clever Little Lies, now playing in the Keating Theater. Secrets are exposed and clever little lies are crafted in this fast-paced comedy by Joe DiPietro. Shattering and hilarious, Clever Little Lies is a story of long-term love and marriage, for better and for worse. Don't miss what critics are calling lively with big reveals and surefire comedy. Clever Little Lies is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
A lot of people here in the Suncoast will be dressing up this weekend to attend gala fundraisers for charity.
It's also a weekend of festivals. ABC 7's Linda Carson joins us with Suncoast Scene. Linda.
Well, whether you're looking for artists who are creating paintings, pottery, sculpture, jewelry, or clothes, or performing artists who are singing, dancing, and acting, you can find it here at a Suncoast Festival this weekend.
I know he thought a lot of money was about it, but he never said he loved me.
This is the opening weekend for the Sarah Solo Festival at the historic Crocker Church.
We start the program with actually one of our locals, Sharon Orenstein. She's written a musical based on Golda Meir's life.
And the lineup continues with one amazing performance after another.
Valerie David, who is coming from out of town, who tells a wonderful story about surviving cancer. And actually it's hilariously funny. Then we come to Bob Brader, who is a 7-time festival winner. We're very proud of him. He's doing a piece called Spitting in the Face of the Devil.
Sunday, day 2 of the festival, once again starts at 1 p.m.
We're starting with a storyteller, and storytelling is a very, very specific art. We have an incredible woman named Franny Oates, who's nationally known. She's followed by Beth Zuricki, who is an actress, a TV actress from New York, who wrote an autobiographical piece that is called Beth and Beyond.
It's a wild and wonderful lineup. The 3rd annual Sarah Solo Festival. It's at the Crocker Church Saturday and Sunday, both days, 4 performances starting at 1 p.m. The final performance of the day each day is at the Starlight Room. Those start at 9:30 p.m. There'll be workshops throughout the week, and the festival continues next weekend. This is also a big weekend for outdoor festivals. The 10th annual Downtown Venice Craft Festival is coming to Miami Avenue Saturday from 10 to 5. And the 14th annual St. Armand's Circle Art Festival will be here both Saturday and Sunday. Some of the best artists in the country will be here showing their wares. And the 3rd annual Suncoast Blues Festival is coming here to the Sarasota County Fairgrounds Friday night and Saturday. It'll be here in the back part of the fairgrounds, and some of the best blues musicians in the country are going to be playing right here.
We got some Chicago blues. We got Dwayne Dopsy with some Zydeco blues coming out of New Orleans. We've got a wide variety of great entertainment that's going to be here this weekend.
And also Friday and Saturday, it's the 23rd annual Winterfest at the Mansion Arts and Crafts Show. It is featuring artists and crafters from 12 different states. It's at Philippi State Park.
So you can't say you're bored this
weekend for festivals.
True.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Just a week before Valentine's Day, it is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. both days. Visit vaos.org online for more details.
Start the year off with a great deal during the Start Something New event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough and have plenty of power to handle any job with all the comfort you'd expect in a luxury vehicle. And right now, all 2016 quad cabs are over 20% off with new Ram trucks starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman are the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.